Mongaluzzi.
Victim of medical malpractice?
Call Mongaluzzi. I'm Bob Mongaluzzi.
They hurt you, and it's time to fight back. Get justice with Saltz Mongaluzzi Bendesky.
Call our team at 267-662-1200.
That's 267-662-1200 or visit smbb.com.
It is that time, guys. We are heading in live. Let's get this show on the road. Nova taking on Damien right out the gate for us tonight. Shut these guys up in the background. Roll it back, boys. Roll it back. Yes, before you talk too much. Extreme Rules Nova, the Blue Meanie, kicking things off with our boy Damien Bouchard. Extreme Rules coming out the gates fighting. That's what I said. We're coming out here fighting. These guys are ready to go. I'm not. Let's push that button. Let's head to ringside. I'm your host, the Ace of Knaves, and you are watching AoK Championship Wrestling here on Sunday night. Let's kick it off first. The Green Meanie making his way out.
Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 281 pounds, Green Meanie Noah.
Never looking to pick up a victory. This man has been stagnant in his rise to the top. I can't say that though. This man is a former World Heavyweight Champion, mind you. He's also ranked number 2 in the company for that World Heavyweight Championship, which will be on the line tonight in our main event. The world title on the line. IKB putting it up for grabs against the marvelous Bud Marvelous. Marvelous says he has a plan tonight. He's got an idea. He said he's walking out of here as the world champ. Three other titles on the line. Dean Graves challenges Cowboy Chris Andrews for the television title. The Ankle Dimers cash in that rematch clause against the War Raiders, James Coleman and Adam Boone, for the World Tag Team titles. Isabella looking to snag the Hardcore title off of Zoe Uri. And as I said earlier, IKB and Bud Marvelous in our main event. But right now, a different Bouchard. A little Bouchard. A Damien Bouchard.
From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 180.
Damien coming off a heavy weekend. Been a busy weekend for that man. IKB taking a little trip today over the weekend. Getting to see some famous people. Get a chance to check out SC. Try that again. SCC, the Steel City card. Check that out. It's just outside of Pittsburgh. Twice a year, I believe they run it now. Big names coming up on that. Got a triple threat match tonight as well for the number 1 contender for the men's hardcore title. Vulgar the Clown, Tank, and Trevor Rodriguez go one-on-one in a Falls Count Anywhere triple threat match. Winner of that match will face Ted Rockpage on our next show. Zach the Ripper is scheduled to be here tonight. Logan Hawk taking on Alexander K. The Fallen Angels, Chris Chaos and Gabriel Lovecraft taking on Pedro and the Coyote Kid with some tag team action. But right now, as I said, we're going to ring the bell. Referee Joe Brony says, let's get it on. Nova Damian Green Meanie with a big pendulum backbreaker and a little crotch chop. Look at this, one more time around for Damian. Look at this, nice reversal by the Booch. A little Booch coming up with the head scissor. Big right hand taking his opponent to the mat. Damian going for the weaponry already. Looking for the heavy artillery. A shot to the head takes Nova to the floor. Allowing his opponent to get back in the ring. Nice shot from behind. And using it behind to take a shot. Nova backing up out of that. Irish whip sends him into the ropes. Ducks it around. Swinging neck breaker. Almost disastrous. Almost landing on that ladder. Roll up by Damian. Gets us a 1 count only, and Damian again to the outside. I'm coming in with the sledgehammer. Time to play the game. It's Bouchard. Little Booch. Taking liberties with that thing. Nova able to a little bit of a rebound out of it. Opponent on the ropes one more time. Big push off. Ducks under, follows him up, reverse, and a big clothesline. As the Green Meanie takes it. Kook Superstar, sportsman. Now Nova's turn with the sledge. And again, that big thumping clothesline. Catch a little Booch upside the skull. Wrist lock turns it into an overhead hammer lock. Bouchard gets a free hand, a couple of shots to the short ribs, a couple of shots to the back, and he's going for it. Chicken wing applied. But the Green Meanie knows his way around a chicken wing or two. Going for the hip toss, blocks it. Nice reversal of Bouchard finding a way out and up to the top rope. Looking to go higher end. Perched. Waiting for his opportunity. Oh, it changes his mind. Damian better decide on what he's doing here. Got himself all confused and now he's got himself in trouble. Hesitation leads to a pinfall attempt. Only two, almost got him with that. Nova puts him up on the shoulders, fireman's carry. Into the guillotine. Confused about that ladder. Did it find its way? Is it just balanced there, or is it? Oh, face first goes Damian onto the corner of that ladder in this matchup. Could be turning brutal here. Joe Brony, not much to do but watch on. Multiple shots with that sledgehammer, but Bouchard back to his feet. Irish whip. Nova goes to the ropes. And Bouchard again takes that opportunity to go back to the sledgehammer. Again attacking the knee. Trying to take the bigger man out of action here. Trying to take the big man down. Look at that, sidesteps him. Nice drop toe hold by Nova. Now we're on the outside. Right here in front of us at ringside. inhaler here for us. Again, stepping under the arm. Starts with that wrist lock and then a kick to the shoulder, looking to take the arm off of Little Booch. More shots coming in. And again, Damien with the sledgehammer back in hand, and Nova at the mercy here of the sportsman. Just for a moment into the barricade he goes, a snapping right hand. And Bouchard fires one back. Bouncing off our desk and a side Russian leg sweep. Again, back to the backbreaker, and Nova has been busted open at some point here during this matchup. Damien again rocketed into that barricade. Now into our desk. And back to the barricade. Stops himself, reverses it, and sends Nova to the barricade. And into the desk. Standing Bulldog. Extreme Rules matchup. Doesn't matter what happens as long as it finishes inside the squared circle. These two men continue this fight. We got a television championship up next, when Dean Graves challenges the Cowboy Chris Andrews. Graves been on a pretty good streak since returning here to AoK. Nova, I interrupt myself here, as Nova takes those diamond-plated steps to the forehead of Damien Bouchard. Another Bulldog rides him out. The smaller competitor in control of the matchup for the majority of the matchup as well. Face first he goes. Lots of back and forth. Let's say in charge from the majority of it. There has been they are fairly even matched. With Damien coming out so far on the upper end, but those multiple shots to the Family Joes may have changed the trajectory of this matchup. Again, the steps block this time. Damien's seen them coming, but again, back to this barricade thing. You're looking for a DDT. Went for it, but Damien locked his legs. Turns it around, neck breaker. Meantime, I do want to thank everybody for stopping in and enjoying the show week after week, twice a week for that matter. Every Sunday night and Wednesday night, we're here for AoK Championship Wrestling. If you do happen to miss it and you're catching this on YouTube, if you haven't already, give it a like and a subscribe. And if you would like to join AoK, upload your character to the community creations and use the hashtag AoK. Keep your attributes a maximum of 95. And again, use the hashtag AoK as Damien Bouchard leaps out over the top rope and crashes down horribly. We got ZA in the stream here tonight. ZA21 streams with us. Chance in the chat trying to wake this place up. This arena has got it going on. But this chat is a quiet fair lady tonight. People don't realize, I think what happens is, here's what I think happens. I think when we're scrolling through their Twitch channels, 2 O's in the chat for the crash and burn by Damien Bouchard. Why 2 O's? Because he's stupid with 2 O's. Top rope, turns it around, Bouchard 360 Phoenix Splash. We got it covered. Joe Brody with a 3 count. Damian Bouchard picking up the Vic over the Green Meanie. See, what I think what happens is people going through Twitch and they see the wrestling and they're like, oh, that's probably not that great. What they don't know is they're right. It's not great championship wrestling. They're just AoK. And Bouchard picking up that victory. Way to kick off the show for us here tonight. Looking to solidify himself in the rankings. Brought that table out, nobody went through it. That's always a shame. Perhaps later on, perhaps the next match, perhaps who knows. Maybe we won't see it at all. But right now, we're going to set up for the next match. Title match. The World Television title at that. World Television title on the line as Dean Graves challenges Cowboy Chris Andrews for that coveted belt. Chris Andrews Dean Graves so far unsuccessful in his search for championship gold here in AoK. But tonight, quite possibly, is it his turn? We come out on top. Will he be our next television champion? Chris Andrews picking this title up off of Big Logan Hawk. Just only about 2 weeks ago. We're going to let Wayne Kerr here tell a little story about what's going on for us. World Television title on that line. Associate of the BMF. Dean Graves. His valet / manager, Tia. Walking him to ringside here tonight. He feels like, he said, he feels like tonight's the night. He feels he's waited long enough. He feels he's been putting in his time and his dues. He feels that now, tonight, is the night to strike. Yes, Chris Andrews defeated Big Logan Hawk for the title, which makes him a valid competitor. Makes him one tough Texan. But also, that was a battle against Logan Hawk. Everybody knows that even if you win a fight with Logan Hawk, you were in a fight with Logan Hawk. It doesn't matter if you won or not. You were still in a fight with Logan Hawk, and Dean Graves is counting on the fact that that man right there with the belt around his waist, the Cowboy Chris Andrews, here to defend it. Will he be successful tonight? in defending that title. Again, one thing to win it, another thing to keep it. One-on-one matchup. Take a look at that belt. Referee Jenna Taylor and Wayne Kerr going to take over for us momentarily.
The challenger from Bangor, Maine, weighing in at 242 pounds, the lunatic, Dean Graves. And his opponent from Wichita Falls, Texas, weighing in at 195 pounds.
World Television title, the World Television Champion.
Television Champion, Cowboy Chris Andrews.
So real quick, guys, do we prefer the chat not on the screen? Do we prefer it the way it is, more as a smooth showing? And this goes for everybody, whether you're live with us here on Twitch or if you're catching it on the series, the AoK series on YouTube. Let me know. How do you feel? Would you prefer that we had the live stream chat up on the screen with us? Do you think maybe we should open the camera and bring the camera up online for us? I'll ask it a couple times to see how it goes. We'll see what kind of answers we get here and there. But the champ, coming off of that initial assault, coming out on top here over Dean Graves. Spoke too soon. Graves with a big knee to the ribs. Looking for the title tonight. Will he pull it off? Who knows? Who knows? AI knows. Verified. Has Dean Graves won a title yet? I don't believe so. Not been a world champion. There's been very few world champions, to be honest with you. Look at this. Kick out early. Graves pulls the shoulder up quick after that. From what I can tell, Dean Graves has been unsuccessful thus far. Right now, not looking so good for him either. As the Cowboys got him on the ropes. Into the corner and a big clothesline. Avalanche style. Big German suplex. But look at this. Graves right back up, taking the Cowboy off his feet. The champ in trouble one more time. Turns his back. Springboard drop kick. What a shot to the chin that was. The television champ. Thrown into the corner. What big need to get back out. Throws some quick jabs, ducks under, and Graves with a big reversal of a clothesline of his own. Give me if my voice sounds a little funky. Still coming off battling this here head cold that's been going around. Got me all snotty. Snooty, if you will. Cowboy putting the boots down here, but again, Graves fires back with another clothesline. And again, his valet on the outside, Tia, staying out of the way and just being there for the moral support as referee Jenna Taylor continues to count. boys. You know she will count you out. That woman does not hesitate. Again, Andrews with those. Look at this. Oh, Andrews catching him coming around. Back over the top rope. Television champ with a couple of big right hands. Catching his opponent off guard. Down he goes with a cutter. Using that top rope for momentum with it. Both of us on the outside again. Into the barricade goes Cowboy Chris. Spins him around just to send him back to the barricade one more time. And again into the barricade. Graves working the back over. A couple of shots of the ribs to his own there. And again, Jenna keeping that count going on. Over midway here. Graves in to break the count and right back out after the Cowboy. Right hand, we're on the outside one more time. And Graves, hungry for that title, pulling out a ton of the stops. Coming around one more time. Down he goes, shoulders first. Andrews with a big full Nelson sit out power bomb. That'll put your spine up through the top of your head. Back inside we go. And again, this time Andrews to break into count. Sends his opponent back inside. Is he going to follow? Again, the champion having words. And the challenger having a boot. Catches him upside the head. Only a 1 count. Took a lot out of Chris. And the champion could be in dire straits here. Impaler DDT. Jenna. Only 2 on this one. Feet. Swing and a miss. Andrews ducking under that grab. Champion trying to gain momentum. Clothesline from hell. Hooks the leg. And only 2. Andrews pandering to the crowd, better pay attention to his opponent. Not the time to get distracted by the AoK arena. And this man just kicked out of one of your biggest moves. You better pay attention. Trying to fight back, ducks under, double underhook. Rolls him all the way over. And Andrews again goes for the pin. Grabs the rope too close. And Dean Graves keeping this matchup alive. Keeping his chance at the television title alive. Sends him to the ropes. Drops down. Another clothesline from hell. Turns his boy inside out. A pinfall attempt. And that's it. The television title stays strapped around the waist of Cowboy Chris. Take a look at some of these replays. One, double underhook suplex. And then here finally that big, one more look at it. That's super close to the ropes clothesline. This night keeps getting better. Chris Andrews holding on to the title, beaten and battered, but still your champion.
Champion Cowboy Chris Andrews.
First defense, and he comes up solid with it. Get ready for a triple threat match. Vulgar the Clown, Trevor the Lawman Rodriguez, and Tank battle it out in Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Winner of this match becomes the #1 contender for the Men's Hardcore Championship. They will get that opportunity Wednesday night at 9 here on AoK. As we load up into this next loading screen, as they go to be too long. Really glad when that becomes a thing of the past. But until then, this is what we get. This is what we get. We're gonna send it. We're gonna send it to ringside. Our introductions will be made by ring announcer, Mr. Wayne Kerr.
The following is a triple threat Falls Count Anywhere match. Making his way to the ring from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 295 pounds, Trevor the Lawman Rodriguez.
Lawman coming out here looking to snag that #1 contendership. Another man looking for gold who has been thus far unsuccessful.
And his opponents, first from Allentown, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 245 pounds, Tank.
Tank, the former hardcore champion, losing that title to Ted Rockpage's last show. What's up, IKP? Good evening. You rested up? How you feeling? Hey, I know how you can get around those. Who, me? Who? Your feet don't fit no limb. What are you, an owl?
And from every man's nightmare, weighing in at 250
That time of the night, is it, my friend? Waiting on week. Waiting on the work. Well, I appreciate you coming in and spending your time, quote unquote, in the waiting room. Boy Vulgar getting his chance here, #1 contendership for the hardcore title. A stranger to that particular belt. All three men ready to go. #1 contendership up for grabs. Falls Count Anywhere. Joe Brony, our head official. I didn't hear no bell. Is there a bell? I didn't hear a bell. Tank with a big ultimate splash right out the gate on Vulgar. A big boot by Trevor. Vulgar sneaking up from behind. Giant cutter of a move there. Tank spun around, sent for the ride over the top rope. Joe Brony getting in the way there. I hope that doesn't come back to haunt Trevor. Spikes him with that DDT. Tank wisely just stepping back and letting these other two beat each other up. Good strategy. But the Lawman, as always, one step ahead. And from behind, the Clown. taking his man down and a collar and elbow up on Tank. Bridge of a suplex. Falls count anywhere. So going to the outside isn't necessarily a way out of this. And Tank with a crucifix pin. Or at least an attempt. Unable to hold it with Trevor there to break that up. Everybody to the outside, including Joe. Another crucifix attempt. Big takedown by Little Tank. Trevor going for the steps, opening that door of possibilities there for us. Twist him up. Right in the booty hole. DDT on the outside, floating over. Vulgar sent for the ride. Trevor and Tank locking up. Tank sent for the ride. Big slam by Trevor. Monkey flip. Tank again taking an opportunity here. Vulgar paying more attention to his popularity than the matchup. Look at this. Tank crumbled at Vulgar. What a move. Vulgar timed that one about as good as you could get. Belly to belly, taking him down off the down to the mat. Vulgar caught up as the lawman. Better be careful with hand placement there. Multiple suplexes and Tank with a high angle atomic drop. Handspring upside down. What is this boy doing? Flying elbow. And Vulgar there with the Fez press. Waist lock takedown. And a series of punches to follow up the series. Bear hug attempt broken up by Tank. Trevor standing power slam. And what the hell? Tank just launching people. Where did... Man. All kinds of things flying around there for a hot moment. Big drop kick by Vulgar the Clown. And the Clown with a right hand to Trevor. And again, Trevor with the taunts, trying to the mind games, trying to get into the head of Trevor Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. Vulgar coming up on top one more time. Sends his opponent to the ropes and over them. Tank right there to capitalize, catching Vulgar by surprise. And a couple of solid shots to the kidneys. And a pinfall attempt. One count. It's Trevor in to make up that breakup. Moment of silence, just missing those steps, and we're going to the outside one more time. Trevor with the advantage, taking Tank for the ride, face first to the concrete. Vulgar taking his attempt here. Going for it one more time. A booty kick. Well, I'm not sure what that was. I don't know if that was an interesting setup. Look at this. Tank with a power driver on the outside, taking it old school and going for the pinfall. Trying to surprise everybody with it. Tank sets him up on the shoulder. And drops Rodriguez again for a quick pinfall. Vulgar missing the first break. Goes for a second round and catching it. Big clothesline and into the steps. Vulgar sidestepping Tank. And looking for the attempt. Looking to take it home. Number 1 contendership for the hardcore title on the line here in this matchup. None of these men. I'm sorry, not none of any of these men could walk away with this one. And any one of these men would stand a hell of a chance against the current champion, Ted Rockpage. Trevor opening up Tank with a series of punches, and Vulgar the Clown coming in from behind. Tank again being the smallest competitor here, height-wise, able to sneak into underneath the radar here numerous times, and that spear may have just finished him off. Pinfall attempt, but a kick out before the count can even start. And I believe Tank has been busted open. Vulgar sending Trevor into the barricade. And Tank with a power slam. Catching him coming in. None of these men staying down for long on any of these massive maneuvers. Vulgar taking the trip around the ring, taking a scenic route perhaps. Going for those steps. Almost catching Tank with them on the way over. He just threw them at him. Tank up on the shoulders of Rodriguez. Breaks free, and now Vulgar. Look at this, Vulgar cleaning house here, sending everybody inside the ring. He goes under the ring. Kendo stick in hand. Tank from behind with another shot. Runs him down face first, scoops him up and slams him down. Rodriguez and Vulgar locking horns. Sending it to the outside again. Falls do count anywhere. Falls count them anywhere. I guess going to the outside isn't always your safest bet. Vulgar sets him up. Impaler DDT. But again, Rodriguez right back to his feet. Tank with the kendo stick. Unable to get a shot off at Trevor. And Rodriguez with that chokehold. This could do it. Not yet. Tank able to help break it up. Tank, what's he got in mind here? Got him in that straight jacket style torture rack. And from behind, Rodriguez again taking a shot on a little Tank. Kendo stick, and Tank is furious. Into the corner. Real bad place to be with Tank. It's a good way to get kicked right in the ball check. Tank again gets the boot up, catching Trevor in the head. Vulgar back in the ring. There's some double team action by Tank and Vulgar the Clown. Double side Russian leg sweep, and Vulgar locks in the buzz killer. Is it it? Tank tapping out. Vulgar, your #1 contender for the Hardcore Championship. Things are about to get freaky deaky up in here. He gets that opportunity against Ted Rockpage on Wednesday night. Actually, Ken, I'll give you. It's actually it's a BMF kind of night for you. Actually, this is the third match in a row that contained coming out with a Bouchard-inspired or Bouchard-led opponent. We've had Damian, Dean, and now Vulgar. We got the world titles up next, the world tag team titles. The Ankle Dimers cashing in on their rematch clause against the War Raiders. Damian versus Nova, the Green Meanie. Oh hey, I said I push the button. Why you not pushing the button? Pushing the button, you pushing the button. Why you always pushing my button? Zach the Ripper scheduled in our next matchup. Isabella taking on Zoe Yuri for the women's hardcore title. Logan Hawk goes one-on-one with Alexander K. The Fallen Angels, Chris Chaos and Gabriel Lovecraft take on Pedro the Owl and the Coyote Kid. And IKB puts the world title on the line against the Marvelous Bud Marvelous, who claims that tonight begins the new Marvelous era. Nova did not come out with a victory this evening. So far, you're 2-3, and you still have one more to go. Just one more. We got the ladies matchup, so we only got one women's match right tonight. That one's on me, guys. That's my bad. That's my bad. That's all on me. That's my bad. Only one ladies match tonight. My apologies to the Empress. The Hinkle Dimers look a little different without them belts around their waist. But they're going to have an opportunity right here, right now, to snag them belts back against these two. James Coleman and the big bad Adam Boone. And, good news is I'm not going to get hit with any kind of copyright, as I, for some reason, don't have any music playing tonight. That's weird. That's suspicious. Who's going to know? Anyway. Fourth matchup of the night, the Hinkle Dimers, them fighting Hinkle Dimers, looking to recapture their tag team belts. They lost them last episode. Looking to regain tonight against the War Raiders. James Coleman teaming up with Big Bad to snag them titles. Making James Coleman the first complete
The following contest is a tornado tag team match.
Grand Slam champion.
And is for the World Tag Team.
And here we go. Wayne Kerr getting on those introductions.
Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 438 pounds. The Bludgeon Brothers.
Omer T and
And their
Cletus
opponents
J.
at a combined weight of 575 pounds. They are the World Tag Team Champions.
The War Raiders, Big Bad and James Coleman setting it all off and ready to go. 2-on-2. Tornado tag titles on it for grabs. Here we go. Omer with the bandana. Easiest way to tell them apart. We're locking it up. Coleman and Omer. Cletus and Boone. And the Hinkle Dimers the first to hit the mat. Cletus coming back up. All kinds of hellfire. Coleman in to look out for his partner, but we'll see how this turns out for everybody. Up into a bear hug, looking to take it out early. Boone has it locked in pretty good. Pretty good. But Elmer able to get a couple of big shots out. Going for a cross body, and Boone just brushed him off. Pinfall attempt by Coleman. No go here as Cletus finds himself in a huge power bomb by Coleman, right back to his feet, but face to face with Boone. Cletus trying to fight his way out of this corner, but numbers against him here, as Omer has been left to the outside. Finally getting back to his feet, getting his whereabouts. But it might be too little too late. Coming in on Boone from behind, DDT. Drops him on his coconut and goes to the outside. Coleman with a series of elbows sends Cletus. Suicide dive by Coleman. Keeping Cletus at bay, but Omer doing pretty good for himself in here against Big Bad. Coleman there for the save. Rocking horns, now the man getting an advantage, locked back up. Coleman steps under. And a headbutt to the wrist. And Boone just ran down Cletus J like a freight train. A snap suplex on the inside. Coleman and Omer into the ropes. Power slam. Coleman thinks he's got it here. Defense, but only two. First defense of the world titles. And Boone just manhandling Cletus here. Out here in front of us. Again, don't let the Hickle Divers fool you. You got 3-time tag team champions plus for no reason. Omer with the abdominal stretch on the inside, grabbing the ankle for extra support. As Boone continues to just launch Cletus around the ringside area. But for every time he throws him, Cletus has a rebuttal before standing back up. Omer getting out of that stalling suplex. But again, numbers too much. Omer able to get out from under Boone. And back to Coleman. Big atomic drop. And a side Russian leg sweep. Omer turns his back and has something for the crowd. Coleman must have bit his tongue or something. I don't know what happened. He jumped all over that man like a spider monkey. Boone taking over for the ride, and Cletus dropping his big leather gloves across the temple of the Unpredictable One. Great ring awareness, grabbing that bottom rope. Fairy tale ending on Big Bad. Omer not going for the pinfall, knowing it's too soon. Look at the strength of Omer T. Locks it in. Look at this, Omer rolling him up, trying to get a submission out of Big Bad. Cletus up here with the crowd. He thinks he's got it. He thinks his brother's got it locked in tight enough, but Boone, never to be underestimated. Just the size alone, I'm surprised Omer could lock that in. And Boone again, not only back to his feet, but launching fellers. Cletus winds it up and makes a solid connect, as does Boone in just a different location. And the Fighting Hinkledimers came here to do just that. Unbelievably, both of them standing. Omer going high risk. Cletus going high risk. Homer with an elbow drop. Cletus with an elbow drop. The Hinkledimers have come to fight. You'd think that you stole their prized pig or something. Good golly. The Hinkledimers keeping the War Raiders at bay. Swing and a miss. Double team action. And Boone from behind. Coleman sent for the ride. Homer fighting back from Big Bad, but again, how long can you continue to do that? Homer says he's done. He's through with it. Stepping under. What's he got in mind? Doesn't matter because Boone just changed all of those plans. Side Russian leg sweep. Cletus stepping out of the way, and Homer taking a bullet with that neck breaker. Coleman taking for the ride again. Homer trying to stay ahead of both these War Raiders. Back inside goes Boone. As Coleman finds himself on the concrete again, courtesy of Homer. Boone trying to draw energy from the crowd here and allowing Coleman to just get beat up at ringside. Cletus steps back into the ropes. Big backbreaker. Tornado suplex. Hook of the leg. New tag team champions perhaps. Only two. Boone kicking out at the count of two. Saving the belts for the moment, and James Coleman bleeding. Busted open just above the left eye. And Homer again to the top rope, changed his mind. As Boone locks on a big bear hug on Cletus. Forcing the monster to break the hold. Up on the shoulders, fireman's carry. And Boone just face planting Cletus. Homer said he got all of his smarts. Double underhook by Boone. Coleman sent into the ring apron. And the Hinkledimers working together to take down Boone. Neckbreaker suplex. Cletus taking on Boone. Well, Coleman taking on Homer. Big knee to the face. And Bad dropped on his face on top of the barricade. The Hinkledimers again still in control. Sets him up and brings him down with a shin breaker. Tornado tag. And these guys have been all over the place. Look at this. Cletus locking in that armbar, but gets broken again by Big Bad. Celebrating a little early is the Hinkledimer. Up and back down. Big Bad, the only man standing on his own. Up on the barricades, lines him up with a big boot to the head. Coleman sent back inside, and Cletus looking to follow. Vicious spine buster, pinfall attempt, and a 2 count. Coleman gets the shoulder up. Big Bad going for a power bomb, but Cletus again, ring awareness, keeping himself alive, and a spine buster again, this time on Boone. The strength of Cletus Hinkledimer, unbelievable. Ducks under, what's he got? Hammerlock DDT. And Homer right to work on the knee. Staying with it. And a pinfall. Here we go. New tag team champions lining them up. 3 count. The War Raiders unable to stop the Hinkle-Dimers. You can take their titles, but not for long. The Hinkle-Dimers recapturing championship gold here tonight, starting their, I believe, their 4th title reign.
Here are your winners, the Bludgeon
Yes, sir. 4-time tag team champions. The fighting Hinkle-Dimers putting it to the War Raiders. James Coleman, if nothing else, was able to claim that he is still, regardless of whether he currently holds the belt or not, a Grand Slam champion. Zack the Ripper set for action here next. Going against Adrian Arnold. Adrian looking for a little retribution, perhaps. Actually, I think Zach's actually lined up against somebody else. This is one of those stupid, this is one of those dumb things. This is one of those. We're still going to get Zack the Ripper versus Adrian, but just, we'll see. Hang tight. Let's go to ringside. You'll see what happens. Adrian Arnold, of course, a victim of Zack the Ripper, who's already in the ring waiting his opponent here. Who was to take on? Is that Remington Singer? Zack the Ripper to take on the #1 contender for the world title. And Adrian Arnold replacing him. What exactly happened to Remy? Zack having a hard time believing it, but Adrian here to defend his tag team partner AJ Long, who Zack the Ripper annihilated recently, taking that man completely out of action, and then attacking Adrian Arnold the next episode, and going for the attacking the knee of Adrian Arnold. Adrian here tonight seeking vengeance for both of those attacks, and the Ripper having a bit of an issue with that. Arnold, a former Olympic champion. Zack the Ripper sent for a ride into the ropes, and a high lifting knee takes the Grim Creeper off his feet. Ripper with a big right hand. Another one to follow, blocked by Arnold. Stepping back in, and the Ripper with a right hand of his own follows it up with a series and a chop block right back to that knee. Pinfall attempt. Referee Lou Sass only counts 1 time. And Zack, big running clothesline, follows him down with it. It's like a falling STO, reverses, sends him into the ropes. The Ripper into the turnbuckle. And Adrian Arnold with a hangman's choke trying to kill the Grim Creeper. Unalive the Grim Creeper. He's trying to unalive that man. Zack to the outside. He come out here. Been on a, like I said, on a mission, seek and destroy style. First taking out AJ Long and then attacking Adrian Arnold here, who was not scheduled to compete tonight. Was actually against doctor's orders to not wrestle. But he found a way by taking out Remington Singer and replacing him in this matchup. And Zack the Ripper really needs to pull this together here. As That surprise opponent seems to have worked on Zach. He seems to be a little bit confused. Maybe a little dazed, perhaps. Not short on strength, though. Up and down goes Adrian Arnold. Zach the Ripper continues to find his second wind here. Going to the top rope. Nobody home. Big splash as Arnold rolls out of the way and goes for the pinfall. Good move, actually. May have done it. Only two. Zach the Ripper in a world of trouble. He will definitely hear about this in the locker room. I am sure. Big boot to the head. Curb stomp. Arnold again with a pinfall attempt. And that's it. Arnold picking up a victory over the Grim Creeper. That curb stomp. That curb stomp. One more look at it. And Zach the Ripper again finds himself staring up at the lights.
Here is your winner, Adrian Arnold.
Unbelievably so. Unbelievably so. Women's hardcore title up for grabs next is Isabella. Challenges Zoe Yuri, the newly crowned women's hardcore champion. Zoe on her second title reign as the hardcore champion. She spent a good deal of the summer as the women's hardcore champion. Now heading into the new year. Heading into the new AoK year as the hardcore champion. Putting it on the line tonight in ZA. We know who he's he got his cheers going on there. His chants. Got a Zoe chant going. As the Banshee, Isabella. That cold wind from the north. I'm not saying she's a cold bitch, but every time she opens her mouth, a light bulb goes on. The Banshee ready to take on the Ninja, Zoe Yuri. Women's hardcore champion making her way down to the ringside area. We got 3 more matches to follow. Logan Hawk up next to take on Alexander K. The Fallen Angels, Chris Chaos and Gabriel Lovecraft take on Pedro the Owl and Coyote Kid. Tag team action. The world title on the line, Bud Marvelous takes on IKB Ken Bouchard. Back to the action at hand, our women's hardcore champion ready to defend. We're going to get a few more introductions here out of Wayne and take a good look at our belt. That is what we're here for. Pinfall, submission, or knockout. Whatever it takes.
And she is Isabella. And her opponent from Kyoto, Japan. She is the Women's Hardcore Champion, the Ninja Yori.
Zoe, of course, taking that title off of Lilith during her dual title reign as both the women's hardcore champion and the women's undisputed champion. Yuri taking her back to a single title, and of course Amaya finishing it off by taking her other title from her. But right now Zoe has her defenses up with the target on her back, known as the Hardcore Championship. Their much bigger opponent, Isabella, finds herself upside down and in a backbreaker. Yuri driving the knees into the midsection of her opponent. Taken to the top rope, sidestep. Isabella letting her opponent crash to the mat. Follows it up with a big boot to the side of the head and a right hand to keep things moving. Isabella down with the springboard. Nobody home as Yuri sidesteps it. And again, knees to the midsection. Hook of the leg. Only one. This matchup continues. Yuri giving her opponent a little bit of hell. And Isabella not taking it. As we head up to the outside, referee Jenna Taylor coming outside, following her around. Girls better hope she don't count you out in this Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Hardcore title. These girls are going to go to the extreme for us here tonight. Taking it to the outside and keeping it that way. Big right hand by Yuri. Sets her up to the shoulders. Catches her midway down and turns it into a German suplex. Well placed by Yuri. And Isabella in trouble. So chances at championship gold continues to slip out of her grasp here. Yuri taking it back inside. Stopping along the way. Kendo stick and Isabella over the top as Yuri slides back in. Let's see them 2 O's one more time for Isabella. And Yuri going to work with that kendo stick, spinning around with that wheel kick. That may have done it. She bruised her butt cheek with that one. Oh, that was just a shadow. I thought she bruised her ass cheek on that. Back inside we go. Yuri in command and going to blocked. You say going to work on the legs, but a block by Isabella and into an abdominal stretch. Here her height really comes into an advantage for her. But Yuri rolls her out. Nice reversal. What a long way to go for it. Pulling her opponent away from the ropes. Thought she was going to go for a pinfall, but Isabella, too smart for that, knew she had to get up off the mat before the attempt came. Double clothesline one more time. She comes around. Yuri going for the boot. Gets blocked. Single leg sweep. And Isabella on fire at the moment. Roll to the top. Catches her looking for the 619. Makes a full connection and going to the top rope. Isabella. Frog splash, nobody home. As Yuri rolls out of the way. And to the outside under the ring. Back in with the sledgehammer. Right to the corner. I don't think Isabella realized she had that hammer when she slid back in the ring. But Yuri catching her with the Zoe Zag. Hooks the leg. This might do it. Defense of the Hardcore Championship. In the bags. Yuri taking out the challenger Isabella to retain the women's hardcore title. So we take a look at that 619. Caught her square, but Yuri taking that minute. That moment it took to climb to the top rope. Yuri taking it to catch her breath and regain her senses and set up the Zoe Zag. And Jenna Taylor, nothing left to do but count the three.
Here's your winner, and still women's hardcore champion, Ninja Yuri.
Yuri racking up the victories as we inch closer and closer to the Royal Rumble. Yuri actually looking pretty good in the win-loss columns, to be honest with you. Not too shabby. This one didn't hurt none neither. Girls only lost 9 out of 23 matches. It's a pretty good run. Alexander K making his way back into AoK ring. He goes one-on-one against the real deal. Logan Hawk, full Extreme Rules. Masked Man taken out earlier in the season with a wrist injury. Unable to compete for quite some time, made his way back in right around Hell in a Cell. And unfortunately, re-aggravated that injury shortly thereafter. Back again and ready to go is Alexander K, looking to take on the real deal, Logan Hawk.
The following is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from London, England, weighing in at 227 pounds, the phenomenal one, Alexander K.
Alexander K. Got a big man to battle for, a big man to go up against on a return matchup. Hell of a way to return to action, but if you can take out one of the biggest men on the roster on a return, by golly, I'd say you're ready for action with just about anybody. Taking his time getting there. Why? Because he can. Ain't nobody gonna rush that man. In any sense of the word. Just caught a glimpse of the time. IKB himself missing out on these next couple matches as he gets those gets that time punched. Ready to go, making that green. Logan Hawk, Alexander K, Jenna Taylor officiating, and Alexander K wasting no time taking down the big man. Or upsetting the big man. Big clothesline takes him right back off his feet. Alexander trying for a kick. Goes a little high with that one, takes him off his feet a second time. Trying to keep him that way. DDT to the mat. And Alexander to the outside. Coming back in with a sledgehammer. Logan Hawk looking for a shield defense. Too little, too late. Where did those steps go? He hit that man so hard, He hit him so hard, the steps dematerialized. He knocked them steps clear into another dimension. Back inside we go as Alexander K continues to manipulate time and space. A big drop kick to the head. Handspring, takes it upside down, rolls it up, and Logan Hawk just continues walking out of the way. Second turnbuckle, what is Hawk doing? Set that boy right up for it. A little celebration of his own, Logan Hawk. I think he figured out what he needs to do. And I believe he is doing that very thing right now, that big clothesline, and back to the outside. No steps for him to carry around this time. Alexander trying to get the crowd behind him. Logan Hawk getting himself wound up. Sends his opponent into the ropes and then continues to beat him with the kendo stick. Alexander K come in here off a damage report. Might be leaving here again with another damage report. 1 count, kick out, big move there as Hawk tried to go back up to that second turnbuckle, but Alexander a step quicker. Hurricane Rana, leg scissors takes him down, another pinfall attempt. Logan Hawk almost not kicking out of that. Into the corner, the luchador looking to take it. Big bulldog from the corner. And back outside he goes again. But to what avail? Just to climb back inside, giving Logan Hawk time to rethink his strategy. Caught him with that right hand and the kendo stick. Again, Logan Hawk moving to the outside. Alexander over the top rope, step ladder dive. And catching Hawk before he could get Foley back to his feet. And Alexander taking it right to the real deal here. He's the big deal. Into the barricade, this youngster, this masked man going right at the monster that is Logan Hawk. Spins him around for a DDT, plants him face first here in the concrete. But Logan Hawk again able to fight back and use that size to his advantage with a suplex. Low running drop kick, and Logan Hawk decides to take it back inside. I think he might just be looking for the kendo stick. Dropping this, look at this. Scoops him up. And a pinfall attempt. Jenna only here for one. Only here for one, but again, Alexander back to his feet. And keeping the real deal on his toes. Caught him. Code breaker. Could have been a nose breaker, but Alexander, that took it all out of him as well. Spins him around. DDT again on the big man. But again, Hawk back to his feet again with that clothesline. Logan fires off a shot to the gut. And a sidewalk slam. Ducks the big boot. Alexander flips him up. Wheelbarrow DDT too close to the ropes. Knows what he's dealing with. But again, Hawk. Short face DDT. Again, Alexander K. knowing that Logan Hawk is one of the toughest dudes around. You got to keep him down. And Hawk again looking for freedom here. Moving to the outside. Alexander up on the second turnbuckle. Step ladder one more time. And Logan Hawk rolling out of the way of that drop kick. And a diving clothesline from behind. Alex had a good opportunity going for him. But the big man has made it back to his feet. He's going for the ladder. Not sure what else to go with. He's tried everything else. You better try steel. Nice baseball slide, catching the big man off guard. X Factor. And Alex here to make a statement on his return match. Both men back inside the ring. Logan going for that big clothesline one more time, but one too many times to the well. Hard to the turnbuckle. I didn't think the little man had it in him. Going for the pinfall. He might have it. Not even close, bud. Back to his feet with a little bit of help from his opponent. Up to the top rope. All the way down with that arm drag, pulling it from deep inside. Logan going for that flying shoulder tackle. Falling short, and again, the cruiserweight staying ahead here. Catching with that apron stunner. High risk, and he catches him, pulls him back down. But Logan Hawk right back to his feet, rolled with the punches on that one. He used the momentum given to him by Alexander to just keep on rolling forward. Waiting for him, and there it is. Logan Hawk, kendo stick in hand. Sidestepping the masked man, and a clothesline drives him to the mat. And Logan Hawk again with the kendo stick. Relentlessly with the kendo stick. Oh man. Logan Hawk brutalizing Alexander. Top rope, Samoan splash. And Jenna Taylor around the side for the 3 count. There was not much movement after about the 14th hit from that wooden stick. And then that massive frame coming off the top rope with all the velocity. Hey, that was our steps there for a minute. That's weird. They came back for a hot second. That was weird. The Real Deal picking up that victory as we get ready for more tag team action. Extreme Rules tag. As oh, I lied. I said Pedro. I had that all marked down wrong. I'm sorry. They're not taking on Pedro and the Coyote Kid. They are taking on Destruction Incorporated. Card subject to change, I guess. Where the fuck I was at? Loading screen, Destruction Inc., Iceman, and Psychosis. Taking on the Fallen Angels. Gabriel Lovecraft and Chris Chaos. Number 1 and number 2 power ranked wrestlers of AoK this week. These 2 men have been on a tag team tear of late. These 2 of the Fallen Angels I'm speaking of. These 2 looking to capture that tag team. They looking to go after perhaps the Hinkledimers.
435 pounds, Demolition!
Destruction Inc. Coming in from the legendary one, Goku. Looking to go solid against the Fallen Angels here tonight.
Combined weight of 391 pounds, the Fallen!
Both of these men singles champions throughout their career here in AoK. Lovecraft, maybe not so much. Is Mark Gabriel a champion at some point? Is he like a U.S. champion? No? Lovecraft hasn't grabbed the title yet? It's interesting. Interesting to know. I thought this man held at least the hardcore title at one point. And Chaos, on the other hand, former cruiserweight champion multiple time. I believe he has actually captured the U.S. title at one point as well. Television title, perhaps. But right now, Extreme Rules Tornado Tag. The Psychosis sent from corner to corner here by Gabriel Lovecraft. Chaos sends his opponent into the ropes. Misses with that drop kick. Catches him with that hand, but again reverses it. Look at this. A switcheroo on their opponents. Psychosis rolling out of the way of Chaos's attack, but unfortunately the Iceman. But there's nice switcheroo again. Up and over goes Chaos, looking for the pinfall. Gets a 1 count. Steel chair brought into the ring by Psychosis. Drops him down with that butterfly DDT. Chaos in the corner with the Iceman. Lovecraft with the chair. Big solid strike there. Chaos methodically taking apart the Iceman here in the corner. First working the leg, then the arm, and now back to the leg again. For the ride over to the other side. Gabriel Lovecraft out here with sledgehammers. Chaos now with a baseball bat. Fallen Angels with weaponry. And Destruction Inc. separated by the ring. Iceman coming back in from behind, catching Lovecraft by surprise. Spins him around, scoops him up. What's he got in mind? Big slam. But Chris Chaos, on the other hand, let's not miss out on talking about him just beating the bejesus out of that man with a baseball bat. Back inside with the Iceman, only for a moment as he comes back around, catching the baseball bat between the eyes. Chris Chaos and Gabriel Lovecraft, as I said earlier, the top-ranked competitors this week in the power rankings. Turns out them power rankings are going to start meaning something around here. Rolls him up, Lovecraft at ringside here beside us. And Chaos going to town with that sledgehammer. Oh, and these men besides just throwing each other into chairs. Look at that. Again, double team. The teamwork with the Angels. Is by far some of the best we've seen here in AoK. Canadian Destroyer Sunset Bomb. Chaos going for looking to grab that chair up for use, but unfortunately Psychosis right there to take the save. Chaos into the ropes, comes out charging, ducks under, floats over, but Psychosis breaks free with a couple of shots to the midsection, the handspring Pele kick, and Destruction Inc. looking to take back some momentum in this matchup. On the outside, double underhook powerbomb. And this submission hold inside, this almost inverted figure four, Chris Chaos may have to tap out. Holding on and able to break free. Floats over DDT, locks it in. No, broken again by Psychosis. Big heel kick. And he is set up in the corner. Lovecraft on the outside, getting back to his feet. Chaos eats a super kick. And both the competitors are down. Psychosis needs to go for the pin. Pinfall attempt, Gabriel Lovecraft there for the save. Almost didn't make it as the Iceman threw a super kick to the back of the head. I thought made connection. Baseball bat, steel chair, baseball bat wins. Chaos finally lands that DDT he's been fighting with. Catches Psychosis by surprise, leaving Lovecraft in the ring with the Iceman. Pinfall attempt. Iceman kicking out at 2. And Psychosis celebrating his early takedown of Chris Chaos, but that was a little early for a celebration. Chaos back under the ring again. And coming back up with that ladder. Shot after shot with that sledgehammer, but Chaos immune to it. Lovecraft floats it over DDT. Snake Eyes using the ladder for a brace. And Chaos back in the ring with his tag partner and their opponent. Catching him with the baseball bat one more time, cross-legged. Look at this, neck breaker, that might do it. No pinfall attempt. Crossroads. Call it a night. Lovecraft down for the count. Chaos, look at this, what a kick out. Lovecraft able to get the shoulder up, and Chaos trying to make a comeback. But finds himself face down in a bulldog and alone in the ring with both members of Destruction Incorporated. Belly to back suplex. German suplex one more time. Suplex City, baby. And Chaos finds himself in a bad place. Running powerbomb, pinning attempt, and Chaos saved by Lovecraft, who immediately turns around for the pinfall. He should have, I feel like he should have went ahead and done this right here. Look at this, gets blocked, and the Iceman turns it into a power slam, going after Chris Chaos. Back to his feet, super kick, well placed, well timed. Swing and a miss, and again, Lovecraft, we've seen this before too. Been to the Bulldog, does he get it? Chaos top rope. Oh, changed his mind. I thought Chaos was going to go high risk there for us. Catching the Iceman as he comes through the ropes again. Great ring awareness, keeping this team separated. As the Fallen Angels keep both members of Destruction Inc. occupied. Finally able to sneak up on them. Sets him up. Lung blower. pinfall attempt, but Gabriel right there for the save. Turns his attention now to the Iceman. Head scissor takedown. Chaos on the outside. Psychosis on the outside. And Lovecraft again with the baseball bat. Has him up. Torture rack. Into the knee. GTS. Pinfall attempt on the inside. Lovecraft going for a pin. Going for the pinfall after that baseball. That attack with the baseball bat. Pedigree. Slams him down. Chaos on the outside. Psychosis slow to react. Back to his feet. And again, broken up. This matchup continues. It's a barn burner for these two teams. As I said, the Fallen power bomb flips him over outside, and Chaos might be broken in half. Lovecraft dropped on his coconut. We might be coming to the end. It might be nearing the end of this match as Lovecraft gets sent to the ropes. Iceman drops down. Shoulder tackle goes nowhere. Again with the Hurricane Rana. Chaos. Under the ring apron one more time. And coming out with a table. What a cutter. What a cutter. An attack by the bat again on the inside. Turns him around. Look at this. Sets him down. Chaos thinks he's got an idea. What he got was a fist to the gut. And a headbutt puts him to the mat. Leaving his opponent alone. And that could be the beginning of the end. No. Lovecraft rolls to the outside as Iceman climbs the top rope. Coward. Glancing blow. Lovecraft Chaos tried to sidestep that. Didn't quite catch all of it, but that baseball bat sure caught him right between the eyes. Gabriel back up to his feet and bringing a ladder with him. Tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my. Chaos with a back suplex. Psychosis looking for the crossroads again. Up to the shoulder. No. Into a power slam. FU style. And the Iceman cleaning house. Destruction Inc. looking to take it home. Lovecraft trying to fight back. But that inverted pile driver. Now again, Lovecraft. Chris Chaos. Kick the chin off of Iceman. At full steam and a big boot. Follows it up with a double foot stomp. Hanging DDT. And makes the save. Chaos. All over the ring. Chris Chaos, that is, all over the ring. Not that there's not chaos all over the ring. Float over DDT. And Lovecraft. Caught up by Chaos, interrupting the maneuver. Rolls him up. Drop kick to the coconut. Standing senton. Heel kick. The Fallen. Building steam here, building momentum, and looking to take home a victory. That may do it. Both members of Destruction Inc. down. Kick out at 2. Chaos driving the knee in. Pedigree. Chaos again, the only member of his team standing, but as well Psychosis. Dropping a big stomp. Psychosis, I'm sorry, Iceman rolling out of the way, and Chaos in a world of trouble. Rolls him up, knee to the face. And the Fallen could be looking at their first loss as a tag team. And there it is. Destruction Inc. picks up the victory over the Fallen Angels in one hell of a matchup. There's a super kick on Chris Chaos. That end of the Suplex City. Chaos just taking an absolute beating here tonight. As you see in the replays, your winners, Destruction Incorporated, picking up another victory and looking to regain tag team championships. Heading into it, our main event, world title on the line. Bud Marvelous says he's got a plan. Is that his plan? Make Prestige wear street clothes to come to ringside? Bud Marvelous, IKB up next, World Championship on the line. Again, Bouchard, of course, the dual champion and long reigning dual champion. We have our, we don't have the combatants yet, but our first matchup for the Royal Rumble has been announced. There will not be a women's Rumble match, but there will be a women's Money in the Bank ladder.
And is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I have the opportunity to cash that Money in the Bank championship in anytime up to WrestleMania. Bud Marvelous being led to the ring by his tag partner and I guess manager for this evening, the King of Old School Prestige. And why is there no music on this? Has it been like that all night? Marvelously prestigious, the Dangerous Alliance here. And the dual champ. Two times the man, two times the athlete, two times the champion, IKB, has come to AoK and made a lasting impression. He holds up both championship titles, and that's not just any two championship titles. That is the top tier titles. That is the world title and the intercontinental title that man carries. And it has been a long time since we have had to change the nameplate on that world title.
The challenger from wherever he wants, weighing in at 237 pounds, Buddy Marvelous.
From Planet Marvelous, the Marvelous One, Buddy Marvelous.
And his opponent.
What a challenge he's got ahead of him.
Unknown, weighing in at 373 pounds. He is the World Heavyweight Champion, IKB.
Referee Jose has handed over IKB. Gladly, because Ken believes it's coming right back to his possession anyway. And the terror that he has been on here, this rampage through the roster. I'm gonna put a challenge up to IKB. I'm gonna lay a challenge out. Let's see if Ken will accept it. At this point, can we start at the bottom of the power rankings and have him go through to see who can beat IKB? I said this is the main boss. This is the final boss of AoK at the moment. He is powered up. He is on a tear. And he has claimed titles. Bud Marvelous, as I said, claims he's got an idea on how to beat IKB. And Prestige, top left-hand corner here, cheering his man on. Big boot, double foot stomp. And Bud Marvelous doing a pretty good job so far, keeping IKB on the on the defense. Because again, IKB, look at this, Bud Marvelous rolls out of harm's way, but to no avail, still ends up being sent into the turnbuckle and follows it up with a splash that may just end the night for Bud Marvelous. 1 count. And IKB helping his opponent to his feet, just a running back down with that clothesline. Pulls him in, another big clothesline. And one more time, drives him to the mat. Challenger in trouble. Boot to the face. IKB lines him up. Marvelous back to his feet, swinging DDT. Again, Prestige. Enjoying what he sees. Nice duck, but unfortunately couldn't keep out of the harm's way with that second kick. And Marvelous staying on the attack. I don't know if that was his grand idea. Just stay on the attack. But again, IKB stopping Bud in his tracks with a headbutt. Only needed a moment. A small opening and he took it. Bud fires back out of the corner. Locks it up. Face first, taking for the ride. Bud keeping the champion dazed here, and I'm saying doing a really good job of keeping IKB grounded and unable to use his formidable strength against him. Time for that chicken wing. Again, working the big man over. Ducks him under. Can he do it? Marvelous. Can he lift him? Gets him all the way over. Bud Marvelous thinks he might be the new world heavyweight champion. And only 2. IKB pulls the shoulder in the nick of time and takes to the outside. Marvelous hulking up. Up and over. Suicide dive. Fully committed. And sidestepped by the world champion. Suckered him right into it. And lays him out with a side slam. Scoops him up and Bud. Body slammed on the ring apron. Allegedly the hardest part of the ring. Elbow to the face. And IKB looking to take this one home. This even calling the crowd in behind him. And Marvelous meets him with a flurry of punches. But again, IKB, the Iron Man, sends him for the ride. Spear. Buckled him in half, and Prestige didn't even want to watch. Kick out. Marvelous. Look at this. Prestige. Look at this. Prestige catching. Having words. Not enough to save him, though. Bud unable to recover from that. Prestige. Not even Prestige. Falling neckbreaker right in front of his adversary there. Look at this. Bouchard sets the Bouchard bomb up directly in front of Prestige. Will that do it? Bud Marvelous. And Prestige doesn't interrupt the count. Besides, he's going to go ahead and untie the turnbuckle. Look at this. Replay. Marvelous. Could have had him there, but that spear, the beginning of the end. Here, Prestige, what are you doing? Why did you... IKB picking up the victory there. Prestige beside himself as Bud Marvelous can barely stand here. Prestige look, he cares more about the loss of the title than he does whether or not Bud Marvelous is even able to walk. But your champion retaining that title yet again. The Iron Man Ken Bouchard keeps that nameplate for another episode. Let's check out those numbers. Any good news, any bad news? Hinkledimers recapturing the tag team titles is the only news we got tonight. Everybody survived their matches. That's been a while since that ever happened. Let's take a look at that roster. This should start our next week, so for curiosity, Lovecraft and Chaos are at the top of the list right now. We're going to go to the next show, which should be the beginning of the next in-game week. So it should adjust the power rankings as we go into January week 2. So Lovecraft, so let's jump over here. Remy and IKB, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the show here momentarily. But IKB, the top of the list. Now, is that because it's a different show as well? I don't think so. IKB, top of the list. Cletus J. Hinkledeimer up there. The Iceman, Homer Hinkledeimer. Coleman and Boone. It's like everybody that just wrestled got their boosts into the top 20. With the exception of El Scorpio holding on at 15, and then it starts getting weird around Coyote. Yeah, buddy. So, as I said, starting at the bottom of the list, I don't want to get too far in that, because I know it's at the bottom of this. There's a lot of wrestlers on this list. We're going to stop right about there. I don't want to go any further than that. But yeah, Gavin Wilson, Angus Gordon, Pandinas, Alexander K, Sean Sullivan. Ken Bouchard against Gavin Wilson instead of Remy. We'll see. We'll talk about that, but that sounds like it might be an interesting thing if the IKB will accept that challenge. To fight his way up through the actual rankings all the way to the top. Already as a champion. Let's see what's on this show. What's the news going into this one? January week 2. Headhunters cleared. Lovecraft. Wrestling last show. Wrestling tonight. A little bumped up. I don't want to start the show. You want to take a look at it. We're not. Ooh. Tag team partners after the Cruiserweight title. We might have to let that one ride. Ladies tag match. Quindle and Alice Angel against the tag team Emma Garcia and Violet. We'll see. Empress challenging for the world title. Sounds about right. Oma T, Anthony Omega, and Damien. We'll talk about that triple threat match. Psychosis, you did not win the number 1 contendership, sir. That belongs to Vulgar the Clown. That matchup will be against Vulgar the Clown. Card subject to change. El Scorpio needing to defend his title. We'll see about that Cletus Inkledimer. Vulgar the Clown, you are not fighting Zack the Ripper. You will be challenging for the hardcore title. Ivy and Morgan Quinn. Lots of things to look at. Lots of things that may change. But IKB top of the heap tonight. Cletus Inkledimer, the Iceman, Omer T, and James Coleman in your top 5. Adam Boone, Lovecraft, Vulgar the Clown, Zoe Yuri, and Chris Chaos filling our top 10. We didn't go over them the first time. The Coyote Kid, Chris Andrews, Psychosis, Chris Coyote, and El Scorpio. Coming in your top 15, Joe Jackal, Remington Singer, Ivy, Logan Hawk, and Connor Riley for the top 20. Pretty good top 20, actually. But that is all the wrestling action we have for the night. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That is all the wrestling action we have. So, with that being said, my friends, I wish you guys all a very good night. I appreciate you coming in here. I appreciate you hanging out with us. So until the next time, which would be Wednesday night at 9, come back for more AoK Championship Wrestling. Peace!